Speaking of budget woes, earlier this week, Sacramento County Sheriff Jim Cooper posted on social media saying the county is considering slashing $14 million from the sheriff's office budget. Sheriff Cooper says that decision would mean 50 deputies, 50 would be taken off the streets.
Yeah, you can imagine he got a lot of attention with that post. Well, we bring in CBS 13's political analyst Gary Dietrich now. All right, Gary, what's your reaction to that post? The county keeps coming out and saying, hey, no decision has been made yet, but I could imagine you hear the sheriff saying that, you're getting a lot of attention and pressure.
Yeah, it's funny, I saw that on my Facebook feed. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Right.
Where a sheriff, even before the budget has been fully proposed, is out there stomping around trying to get the public support. You know, Steve mentioned it. This is a big deficit coming up for Sacramento County. This is not unique to them, by the way, being faced around the state. But here, think about those kind of cuts that Steve talked about for parks. Law enforcement. Tony, you mentioned it. Potentially, the sheriff says 50 officers. I mean, these are the kinds of things that really get people's attention. You know, this isn't cutting the so-called bureaucracy, right? These are things that people are going to experience every day. Hey, if you don't have a porta potty on the bike trail, some people are going to complain about that. So this is something we'll be watching carefully. But what caught my attention was the sheriff going direct to the public right now to basically lobby their own supervisors.
Sure.
It reminded me that he's sheriff now, but he was politician in another life, so he knows how the game is played.
Yeah, he was in the assembly. Of course, he's in the law enforcement, and he's in his own elected official. So he's got to answer to the public himself, of course, down the road for his election.
I talked about Kevin Kiley, very vocal Republican, has a lot to say about a lot of things. He voted no on tariffs, though, on Canada, despite a threat from President Trump to Republicans saying it would cost them jobs in the midterm. So what's your take on Kiley going against the grain?
Well, Kiley's job in the midterm is already at risk, as you know, because he is part of those 5 districts that were redistricted as far as Prop 50 goes. Here's my take on this, guys. Very simple politics. He's going to be running now in a far less red district. He doesn't know which one it's going to be yet because his district was chopped in 6 different pieces. But for him, going against Trump might actually, I don't know, help him this fall. A problem with the base, but he's going to have to win over some independent voters, at least, maybe even some Democratic voters. Going against Donald Trump in a deep blue state, maybe smart politics.
They're changing the game plan at halftime, which is what the Patriots should have done, but it's a whole different topic.
Yeah, that's a way different topic.
I'm off football with my Niners out of it. I can't talk about it until next year.
All right, well, let's talk about another one going against the grain. Of course, Governor Newsom. He's been taking a different approach on social media, as we've definitely seen over the last few months. But now this latest post with a word I can't say just outright, but I can say it.
No, because the FCC would have a real problem with that.
They sure would. But going up against Louisiana governor, of course, over this extradition lawsuit that we've been talking about for so long right now. So what is your take, though, on that? Because I would say he's going to really pull some issues here with conservatives now too.
And there it is. You could see what he said.
Well,
I mean, we can't literally, folks. We cannot say it. Here's another one, guys. He went after the Louisiana Attorney General, female, and you know what he said. I'm not going to repeat, but it was really pretty shocking. It shocked me when I saw it. And you add that to his esteemed wife going after the media this week, and then of course what he did in Davos just a few weeks ago with the European leaders saying they need to bring their knee pads. Guys, I mean, the level of coarseness coming out of the governor's office is something I've never seen before. They say, you know, fight fire with fire when it comes to Donald Trump. I'm not sure this is going to play well.
Right.
I mean, in the long term, we got 2.5 years to this, presidential race, which he clearly is in now. But is this going to serve our governor well? My gut tells me it's going to create maybe more problems than he wants.
I was wondering that.
Yeah, you've worked on a number of campaigns. I thought about this as we were talking about this segment. Is there such a thing as a politician being too comfortable? Like, we're not sitting around a poker table, we're posting things for the public to read.
Right, and the other thing about it, Tony, the one that struck me about this is saying this to another, constitutional officer holder in another state. I mean, I've never seen it before, and it's something that I have a feeling even maybe his own supporters are going to get uncomfortable with. Donors, others, volunteers, right? Do they want to get behind this? I have some questions about that.
Because you wonder, okay, are we still setting a good example as a leader, somebody that our kids look at their accounts or read?
Somehow I think that text is not, that tweet is now X, is not going to be shown in many civics classes around the state.
I would hope not, right?
All right,
nope.
All right, covered a lot of ground. Thanks for your time.
Okay, guys.
We'll do it again soon.
Okay.
Appreciate it.